What is up, people? It is your commissioner. I'm alive and well, and while it's been a crazy start to the year, we're going to get back to telling y'all what the hell's going on in the Body Snatcher Bowl. And what a week 5 it was. Let's go right to the punchline here. You've got now called Sutton Bout Andrews versus I Got That Andy Money, Britt versus Sam. Sam, who was so unequivocally confident after the shoemake sweep last week of the Ross clan, takes on Britt this week. And despite strong games from Mike Williams and Hunter Henry, she gets Mark Andrews on Monday night. Mark Andrews throwing up a 40 burger. Britt, where do you keep getting these 40 burgers from? Edges out Sam by 0.9 points, 133.1 to 132.2. Sam got lackluster effort from Chase Edmonds, but it doesn't matter. Mark Andrews putting up the 40 burger as the Colts collapsed last night. Let's slide on over to some uninteresting matchups. You've got Brad, who's been decimated by injuries, losing to Andy and the Dweebs. Andy, a little nervous, actually sat the Colts defense. Wouldn't have made a difference. He had a big enough lead. Andy got solid games from Alexander Madison, who went in for Dalvin Cook. Brad just trying to survive as he's got CMC still out. He's got all kinds of injuries all over the place. I don't know. Good luck, Brad. So Andy takes the win there. You've got our two-time reigning champion, Dickless for now, Bobby, who despite putting up 124 points, that's a decent week, gets absolutely murdered by the current Florida man, future Kentucky man, Adam. Adam, who's got Josh Allen, who went hog wild, 35.9 points. Alvin Kamara, 29 points. Devontae Adams, 37 points. Mike Evans, 29 points. Adam, how do you have so many losses? This is goddamn buck wild. Bobby did leave Gaskin on the bench, 32 points. That still wouldn't have made a difference, as Adam gets the victory, and our two-time reigning champ falls to 3-2. Let's slide back over to, in what is one of the oddest 4-1 teams, Bishop Sycamore and Jake, taking on another injury-decimated team, the Lamar Haunted Acres and Josh. Josh loses Russ Wilson about halfway through on Monday night. Saquon Barkley in the first quarter. He still got some solid performances. He could have been competitive, but losing those two was rough. He also had Marquise Brown on the bench, 33 points there. Chris Carson was out for him. Josh, just a rough start here to the season. Jake, on the other hand, led by 3.9 points from Daniel Jones and 3.4 points from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. No, he actually had Jonathan Taylor, who went off last night and sealed his victory. And also got a solid game from Robert Woods, who I think is still catching passes from Matt Stafford. Jake with the victory there. Slide on over to your leader, Odell Swift-Splashback, and Ben taking on the McAssholes. And the McAssholes have somehow pulled their head out of their ass. Justin Herbert, 40 burger. Solid week from Zeke Elliott. Chase Claypool coming up as Juju went down. Ben, though, still a solid game. It sucks to have these weeks where you score 120, 130 points and lose. Tom Brady, 37 points. Derrick Henry, who continues to run over everybody. But alas, Ben getting his first loss. And I believe that takes us to our last matchup of the week. Another murder, as Nick, who is having some of the worst fantasy football luck we've seen in years, puts up 143 points nearly and loses because Aaron puts up nearly 190. Led by 41 points last night from Lamar, which just stuck the knife in the back. Eckler, 32 points. Hunt, 25. Hopkins, 20. Kyle Pitts, who finally broke out. All this despite Nick getting solid performances from Nick Chubb, and he played James Robinson this week after sitting him last week. Unfortunately, still falls. Lots of high scoring, lots of craziness. Let's flip on over to the standings, which are also buck wild. You've got 3 teams at 4-1. Ben, Odell Swift-Splashback, me somehow, the McAssholes, and inexplicably Bishop Sycamore, who I think, let me check here. Yes, Bishop Sycamore, who scored the 4th least points so far. And then you've got Bobby sitting all alone, Dickless for now 3-2, and an absolute fucking cluster tied for 5th. Aaron, Sam, Adam somehow, Nick, Brad, Britt, and Andy all at 2 and 3. And Josh, even though Josh is at the very bottom, he's not that far out from those teams. He's got 1 and 4. It's better than me and winless. So, hey, good to be back. I'm going to try to get you guys up with a preview this week, but that is your Week 5 recap.